Hey beauties, and welcome back to IAmBeautifulHustlerTV. Today I'll be doing a lace wig install with a lot of baby hairs, and today's wig is provided by Eva Wigs. Now this is a fake scalp wig, which means there is a cloth underneath that makes it look more realistic as far as being a scalp, and that way you don't have to wear like a stocking cap underneath your wig if you don't want to. It would be more optional versus like you have to put a cap. But for today I want to do a lace wig install with no part and just a lot of baby hair, so that's what we would do today. Now this wig already did come with the knots pre-bleached and everything like that, but even when the knots are pre-bleached, I do like to just bleach them a little bit more because I really want them to be blonde, so I can go ahead and tone them and everything like that, which makes the knots completely disappear. So I did go ahead and re-bleach those knots, and now I'm just taking her foundation color from the Ruby Kisses palette and just applying it in that front area where the cloth is not at, like so right at the hairline area. I sprayed that foundation on top of the lace and right there, and just taking a little holding spray and spraying it on that lace that way it won't transfer over onto the skin, which will prevent the lace from sticking. So that's why I sprayed that holding spray right on in there. Now, as I mentioned, I will be doing a installation with a lot of baby hair. So right now I'm just measuring the wig on her head, just making sure it fits. What I love most about this wig, the lace is thin, so it's easy for it to really blend into your skin tone. But right now I'm just showing my two lace melt adhesives, the smaller size versus the bigger bottle. Just showing you the size difference, and today I will be using a bigger bottle and applying the wig, using about 4 layers, I believe. I think I used about 3 to 4 layers for her install today. Now, as you can see, I'm applying a nice little thick layer starting on the cap, just to make sure that that wig sticks in place, and the remaining pieces that's lifted up, I would just go in with that go in and just lay those little pieces down. But my main focus is to get a nice little layer onto the cap. That way, once I pull that lace down, it will have a really nice firm hold from the cap to the hairline. So I like to spread the glue at least about 1 inch wide, and I'm just going to do that and apply all of my layers on there. Now the glue is mostly on the cap, as you can see, and it's just a little bit past the cap, so it's not so much like all over like her forehead area, just a little bit on that forehead area and mostly on that cap. But I'm just gonna go ahead and apply all the layers that I'm going to use, and you do want to allow that glue to dry clear before adding your next layer. So once I get all of my layers on there, I'll begin to pull the lace down into the glue and begin the melting process. So now that the glue has turned completely clear and I've added all of my layers, I'm going to go ahead and begin to pull that lace down into the glue, and just using my fingertips to press that lace right on in. Now I am rubbing it on in, and as I get it into place, I will have her hold it down, and I will lay the other side as well. And I'm just taking my comb and just combing that lace into that glue, just making sure everything is attached where it needs to be before I begin to cut off the extra lace and do the other part. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side, place the wig into place, use my fingers and the comb and apply pressure. Then I will go on with my blow dryer on the heat setting to continue to melt that lace into that glue. Now using my scissors, I'm just going to begin to like jaggedly, if that's even a word, but begin to cut the extra lace off in a zigzag motion. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut piece by piece and just still take my comb and push the lace into the glue on the edges. So be sure to just cut the extra lace from around the ears and everything like that. That way the wig can sit comfortably without irritating the person that it is on. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut, like I said, in a zigzag motion, get all the extra lace off, and just get everything tacked down. So that now that everything is tacked on down, I'm just going to continue to pull down a section for the baby hairs. I was actually doing that as I was going along the hairline, getting everything laid on down. So I'm just going to continue to pull out that section once again, and I'm going to take some holding spray and spray that hairline with holding spray, and then tie it down with the melt belt so it is super melted and secure into the skin. And off camera, I did go ahead and sew down the back of the sew down the back of the wig. But I'm going to start showing you guys more of me sewing down the back, because I usually just say it in the video and I don't really show it, but I would do more tutorials on how to properly sew down the back of the wig to make it nice and secure. So I will do that because I know someone is going to ask. But now I'm just taking my bed head holding spray and I am spraying it across the hairline, and I'm just preparing and pulling the baby hairs down towards the face. And I'm just going to take that melt belt and go ahead and tie that down. And you want that to sit on the hairline until the holding spray or the mousse or whatever you're using is completely dry. And right now I'm just taking a big wide tooth comb and just kind of detangling the curls, and then I'm going to go ahead and add some water and conditioner to the hair to get the curls nice, wet, and defined. So I'm just going to use that wide tooth comb, detangle, which is not even really tangled, it just got washed and bleached and everything. So I'm just, combing it out, and then I'm going to begin to wet up the curls and everything like that, and then I will get into doing the baby hairs and everything. So I went ahead and removed that elastic band, and this is what the hairline is looking like. Very melted and very natural looking. So now I'm just going to go ahead and begin to hot comb the roots just a little bit, not too much, because I don't want it to be super flat. I do want it to have, that fluffiness or whatever like that. So I'm going to just apply a little bit of GLAMWAX on the hairline, and I'm combing out that holding spray so that everything can, soften up a bit. So yeah, once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and just use a little bit of GLAMWAX like I mentioned, and just hot comb those roots out before styling the baby hairs and everything like that. So I'm just going to apply that GLAMWAX and begin to hot comb. And once I am done hot combing the roots out, I will go ahead and begin to do the baby hair. Now I will use a razor comb and chop the baby hairs down, short and everything like that. You want to chop it down to about 1 inch or less, and just do that all across the hairline. And I will be using mousse and holding spray to do my baby hairs today. I like to either spray the holding spray first and then apply the mousse and begin to swoop and style, or you can apply the mousse first, and then once you get the desired look for the baby hair, spray with the holding spray. It's just up to you, whichever way you want to do it, but it gives you the same results either way. But today I'm starting off with the mousse first and just applying that mousse, and I'm working with the side that's not going to really show first, just because I usually always do it the opposite way, and I don't know why, but today I decided to do the baby hairs on the side that's not going to show first. And then once I get those the desired way that I want it to go, I would just, mold everything down and make sure that it's not going to move or lift or, everything like that. So just real quick, I didn't go too in detail with the baby hairs because I show me doing the baby hairs a lot in my videos. So I just really wanted to get to the point. So I am using holding spray in that mousse and blow drying on heat once I get the desired look, and then I will move on to the other side of the head. So now I have the baby hair how I want it. I'm just gonna go ahead and begin to add a little holding spray on this pushback area here. We're really not doing a part, but I wanted to really have like that little pushback effect, so that's why I added a little holding spray there, just to give it that really pushed back look, like so it could fall behind the ear good and everything like that. So now I'm just kind of like teasing and combing and just getting it to fall a certain way before I wet the hair up. And that's just pretty much like how the style is going to be, just like a lot of baby hair with the hair just kind of like wild in a cute kind of way. But we're actually going to wet it to kind of put the curl back into it and give it a more defined curl look. So this is where I will go in with that water and conditioner and just finger comb it. I didn't want it to be super flat. I did want to keep the volume, and that's why I also did not do too much hot combing of the root. And I'm just using a big wide tooth comb, the one I combed it out with the first time, to just really get that water spreaded throughout the hair, so it don't be super wet and flat, but still that wet look, but the fluffier wet look. So I'm just combing and wetting those areas and everything like that, and I'm just going to keep doing this until I have the desired look. And yeah, so pretty much after I just finished wetting the hair and just playing with the curls, I am pretty much done until I get the curls to fall how I want it. But thank you guys for tuning in. I will leave a video of the finishing look at the end, and see you guys next time.